Jennifer's Body, 2009. She's the quiet best friend, the one you root for. She kills the monster and saves the town. And the second she wins, she becomes something worse than the thing she killed. Her name's Needy. Bookish, nervous, easy to overlook. Her best friend Jennifer is the gorgeous one everybody wants. This movie flopped hard in 2009, sold as a cheap Megan Fox sex flick. Years later, it became a cult classic. Fox calls Jennifer her favorite role she's ever played, but almost nobody talks about how it actually ends. It starts when an indie band rolls into their small Minnesota town. The band needs a virgin for a satanic ritual. They think Jennifer qualifies. She doesn't. So the ritual goes wrong and a demon crawls into her body instead. Now Jennifer eats boys to stay beautiful. She lures them close, then rips them apart. And Needy watches her best friend turn into something wearing her face. So Needy does what every final girl does. She fights back. She corners Jennifer in her own bedroom and they tear into each other. Needy wins. She kills the demon. She should be the hero now. Except Jennifer bit her during one of the attacks, and that bite carried the curse. Needy ends up locked in a psych ward, telling the story from a padded cell. But she can move things with her mind now. She can leap across rooftops. So she walks straight out, tracks down the band that started all of this, and slaughters them. The victim became the predator. She didn't beat the monster. She replaced it. But Needy at least had a demon to blame. The next girl had no one. Just a family that decided she was evil, and a forest that proved them right. The Witch, 2015. Every word these characters speak was pulled from real documents, court records, diaries, confessions from actual witch trials. Director Robert Eggers didn't invent this horror. He dug it up. So when this family accuses their daughter of witchcraft, it lands like it really happened. Here's the cruel part. They're wrong about her, right up until they make themselves right. It's the 1630s. A Puritan family gets thrown out of their colony. They build a lonely farm against the edge of a black forest. Their eldest daughter is Thomasin, and she's about to lose everything. The baby goes first. Thomasin's playing with him one second, and he's gone the next. Something took him from the woods. Then the crops die. Her brother wanders into the trees, comes back wrong, and dies. The parents start to crack. The little twins keep insisting Thomasin talks to the devil. She doesn't. Not yet. But grief makes people desperate to blame someone. Her own mother attacks her, certain she's evil. Thomasin kills her just to survive. And now she's completely alone. No family, no farm, no God. That's when the family goat lifts its head and speaks. Black Phillip asks her one question. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
Wouldst thou like to live delicious?
He offers her everything they ripped away. She has nothing left to lose, so she signs her name in his book. She walks naked into the trees and finds a coven around a fire. And as the witches lift off the ground, Thomasin rises with them, laughing for the first time in her life. They spent the whole film calling her a monster. She finally agreed. Thomasin walked into that darkness with her eyes open. The next girl smiles through the most disturbing choice in modern horror, and she may not even know she's making it. Midsommar 2019. A woman stands in a field of flowers, watching a building burn. Inside it, her boyfriend is screaming. And slowly, softly, she starts to smile. To understand that smile, you have to go back to the worst day of her life. Dani loses her entire family in a single night. Her sister fills the house with gas. Her parents die. Her sister dies. All she has left is Christian, a boyfriend who's already mentally gone. He brings her to Sweden almost by accident, a festival at a remote commune called the Horga, held once every 90 years. The sun never sets. Something feels wrong from the first hour. One by one, the group gets picked apart. An elder throws himself off a cliff onto the rocks below. The villagers just smile. And Christian keeps proving he doesn't love her. He forgets her birthday. He steals a friend's work. He sleeps with a village girl in front of a chanting crowd. Then everything turns. Dani wins a dance and gets crowned May Queen. And for the first time since her family died, people share her pain. When she breaks down sobbing, every woman around her sobs too. That's when they hand her the final choice. As May Queen, she picks the last sacrifice. A stranger or Christian. She picks Christian. They sew him alive into the gutted body of a bear. They lay him in a temple packed with corpses. Then they set it all on fire. And there's that smile. Not madness, relief. She didn't escape the cult. She found a family and burned the old one to the ground. Dani's whole family was already gone. The next girl's family is one person, her sister. And to save her, she has to become the exact thing hunting them both. Ginger Snaps 2000. Two sisters swore they'd die together. By the end, one of them keeps that promise by killing the other. And the survivor walks away already infected. It looks like a cheap werewolf movie. It's really about growing up, and it's now a feminist horror landmark, even though barely anyone saw it in 2000. Ginger and Brigitte are the weird sisters. Obsessed with death, glued to each other, against the entire world. Then something in the woods attacks Ginger. On the same night she gets her first period. That timing is the whole point. The bite and the body changes arrive together. The film treats turning into a werewolf as a brutal version of puberty. Once you notice it, you can't stop. Ginger changes fast, hair where there shouldn't be, new cravings, a cruelty she never had. She's drifting away from her sister and towards something animal. Brigitte is the quiet one, the one who's supposed to survive. She just wants Ginger back, so she races a local drug dealer to find a cure, while Ginger gets worse. Then comes the moment that wrecks you. To prove she'll never leave her sister, Brigitte slices her own hand open and presses it into Ginger's wound. She infects herself on purpose, cured together, or cursed together. There was never a cure. By the end, Ginger is fully transformed, a real beast now, cornering Brigitte in the basement. And Brigitte makes the only choice left. She drives a blade into her own sister. She lives, but Ginger's blood is already in her veins. The girl who tried to save everyone is the next monster, just waiting to turn. At least Brigitte knew it was coming. The next woman thinks she escaped the dark, right up until the film quietly tells you she never left. The Descent, 2005. If you watch this movie in America, the studio lied to you. They cut the real ending off the film, and the real one means she never gets out of that cave alive. Her name's Sarah, and the film opens by destroying her. A car crash kills her husband and daughter right in front of her. A year later, her friends take her caving in the Appalachian Mountain, hoping it'll help her heal. Instead, the tunnel collapses, and they're not alone down there. The dark is full of creatures, pale, blind, fast. They've never seen sunlight. They hunt by sound. One by one, they drag the women off into the black. Then Sarah learns the truth about her friend Juno. Juno was sleeping with her dead husband. Juno also stabbed another friend by accident and left her to die. Something in Sarah breaks loose. Watch what she turns into. She gouges eyes. She bites through throats. She becomes as savage as the monsters. She drives a pickaxe into Juno's leg and leaves her for the creatures. Then Sarah claws her way up toward daylight, reaches her car, and drives off, shattered but alive. That's the ending American audiences got. The studio trimmed it because test crowds couldn't stomach the truth, because the real version runs 10 seconds longer. Sarah blinks and the daylight vanishes. She's still in the cave. She never escaped. The whole climb out was a dying hallucination. Then she sees her dead daughter, sitting in the dark with a birthday cake. The candle is really her flashlight burning out. The creatures are closing in, and the screen goes black. That girl never even got a crown. The next one does, right before she becomes the monster. And you'll cheer for her until the blood hits. Carrie, 1976. A bullied girl finally gets crowned prom queen. 60 seconds later, she locks the doors and burns everyone in the room alive. And the worst part is, you'll be glad she did. This is the original, Stephen King's first published novel, filmed in 1976. It was so good it earned 2 Oscar nominations, almost unheard of for horror. But forget the awards. Remember the bucket. Carrie White is invisible, bullied at school, trapped at home with a fanatical mother who locks her in a closet to pray for her soul. She also has a secret she barely understands. She can move things with her mind, and it gets stronger every time someone hurts her. The cruelest kids cook up a prank. They rig the prom queen vote so Carrie wins. They get her up on that stage. They get the whole gym cheering her name. For one moment, this shy girl is finally happy. Then a bucket of pig's blood drops from the ceiling and drowns her in red. For a second, you think she'll just run and cry. She doesn't. The doors slam shut on their own. The lights burst. Fire, water, and live electricity flood the room. Carrie stands there, soaked, and turns the gym into a slaughterhouse. Everyone who laughed at her is trapped inside with her. And here's what never lets go of you. You wanted this. You spent the whole film praying she'd fight back. You just never pictured what that would look like. She walks home dripping. Her mother calls her a witch and stabs her in the back. So Carrie brings the entire house down on both of them and buries herself in the wreckage. The girl everyone laughed at got the last laugh, and it sounded like an entire town screaming.